Hello, Beth. How are you? Sunny Connecticut. That's nice. We've had nothing but rain lately. Can y'all hear me? I'm just going to wait a couple minutes, see if more people come in. These are the little projects. If you're watching, I'm a little delayed and it's a little wonky. I don't know why. If my internet is just off or because I just got my camera software just updated. So kind of wondering what's going on, if this is going to be like this forever now. It's not fun. Let me see. Can you guys hear me at all? I'm hoping you can. Oh, there is a serious delay then. Let's see. Oh, good. Hi, Alicia. Trying to, because see, I don't know about you guys, but it's like, is it like this for you, Meadow, where it just like, see how it just like waves?
Yeah.
That is crazy. How much of a delay do we have, Meadow?
I turned it off, but it was just a couple seconds.
Okay. So that is going to be bizarre for coloring. That's going to bother me. Let me know if this bothers you guys, because for me, it's kind of like, I don't know, like a little acid trip going on here. But Meadow, turn yours on so we can see what it's like on the tablet for everybody else. So this is just like a little half cracker thing. We're going to be making these for boot camp this year. So that's one. And this has the little monsters on it. I thought I would make two. That way I used everything from the stamp sets from the boot camp.
There is a delay here.
And this is another one.
You're just now talking about the acid trip.
Is it all weird like an acid trip? Sorry, Meadow and I are trying to figure out the camera because this is just
it's a
yuck.
Weird.
I don't like it. Oh, it's not as bad as on my camera. Okay, that's good. Praise God for that. Woo! I was stressing there, you guys. So this is, I've seen loads of test tube holders, and I found on Amazon these are glass ones. So they're kind of heavy. They are very kind of heavy, especially with beans in them. But I just had a lot of fun. Steven helped me with this part because I wasn't sure about what paper I wanted to use. And he said, it looks like it's all spilling over. So he gave me the idea to go around here and going down this way with the bubbles. So, and then it just opens up. There's a little card on it just to make it extra fun for somebody that you would want to give that to. Or I don't know if I'd use glass test tubes for, giving treats out, but you could definitely use this for like a treat holder too, because the box just goes on the front. So there's that one. And then y'all probably maybe saw the reel with this. So this is a little shaker card that we're gonna make, which I just love. But it's a gate fold. You guys can see that it's a gate fold right here. And it just slides up and ta-da, you open it up and there's your card. And then Meadow puts this back on better than I do. Plus, she's probably not trying to stay on camera while she's doing it too, so who knows. But there we go. And then it just slides back on and it holds the gate card closed. And then my favorite well, they're all I really like all of them. So I can't say my favorite. But this actually lays flat. You can see it's not that thick. And then you push the button and you've got little lights in there. And I just love it because I actually found lights that stay out. You don't have to sit there and push it. Look, I'm not pushing it. You don't have to sit there and keep pushing it to make the light go on. You can just have the light go on and you can turn it off. I love that about these lights. And the lights are self-adhesive, so that makes it even better. Because then I don't have to worry about if my glue is going to come off, you know? So there are the lights. Isn't that fun? So I am, if you haven't noticed, just wasting time waiting to see if more people show up today. So I thought I would show people who are early some of the little things. So, and then we have, let's see, only 8 minutes in. We're going to have fun coloring today anyways. So excuse my notes. That's how I figure stuff out. So here's the new release. These will actually be included in the boot camp. Meadow's going to be doing a card with these little girls. So they're super cute. I just love them. We have sentiments that are Great Pumpkin Believer. Dear Great Pumpkin, I look forward to your arrival on Halloween night. And there is magic in the night when the pumpkin glow by midnight. So there's those cute little girls. Meadow, these ones. Meadow, actually, when I was drawing this one out for her costume, Meadow kept calling this her pumpkin sack. So that was quite funny. And then we have the kitty ween, which is just some cute little cats that I just love these cats. So we have a single cat with a little mouse. I love the mouse. And then one on the broom. And then we have a whole bunch here. And we've got, let's see, Black Cats Prowl and Pumpkins Gleam. May luck be yours on Halloween. And then we have Happy Kitty Ween. And then we have the ghosts. These are included in the boot camp if you get the stamps. So we have Hey Boo, shake your boo thing, yeah, yeah. And then we have Look at this boo sheet, because it's a boo and it's a sheet. Love that one. And then, of course, I had to include some caffeine, but we've got hot cocoa you could change it into as well. So I don't know why or how we came up with Staying Alive. I don't know if the song was stuck in my head or something, but it's staying alive with caffeine. And then Trick or Treat, give me coffee to drink.
Beth said, can I ask if the color is funny on the screen for anyone else besides me trying to determine if it's on my computer?
Meadow?
The screen looks fine for me.
It looks fine for you? Okay, because it looks fine for me too. Let me check my software. The software looks okay. So it might be the computer. I'm not sure, honey. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's dark on your end. Is it dark on your end, Meadow?
It's nice and bright for me.
Okay. So you might have your darkness turned down on your computer, Beth. I don't know if you have a Mac or anything, but I can make the brightness of my screen brighter or darker. So it might, maybe that's the issue. I'm not quite sure. Oh, you're on your iPad. Well, you can still turn the brightness up and down on your iPad as well. So let's see. We've got Fueled by Spooky Vibes and Coffee. Nightmare Before Coffee. Coffee every day keeps the monsters away. Let's get spooky. Don't drink any coffee. So, and then we have these little guys. These little critters are so cute. I did not draw these. These are purchased from an artist that I absolutely love her stuff. Right now, you guys will probably see, if you're a fan of Pink and Maine, you will see they have some of the same critters in one of their stamp sets that they released this month as well. Please know I did not steal anything from Pink and Maine. We just seem to be using the same artist for stuff. So theirs do have different sentiments, and they do, bless you, they do have different images that they've done, so that they've put together, because when we buy the stamps or the images for our stamps, it comes in, like, there's a whole bunch of images in one thing, and you can kind of pick and choose what you want to use from the artist, and then you just put in your sentiments, and you can size them different and stuff like that. So theirs are super cute as well. I think they have like a little bunny sitting on some pumpkins as well and stuff. So theirs are different, but it's by the same artist. So this one says, I love fall most of all. And then we said, you're sweet as a pumpkin pie, and hey pumpkin. And it's funny too, because I didn't see their set. I just saw their set this morning, actually. But their stamp set is called Pumpkin Pie or Pumpkin Patch Cuties, and ours is Pumpkin Patch Critters. So that's kind of funny. Great minds think alike. Me and the owner of Pink and Maine are definitely in sync. So here are the little monsters. You can tell that they're a little bit different than how I colored them. I did that. Oh, good, Beth. I'm glad it's all fixed for you. So, but you can tell that these are very, very plain compared to how I colored them. So, and this is how they're colored. So you can tell they're quite different, because I like to jazz them up a little bit. But I didn't want to put these designs on here and limit people. So that's why I went ahead and just did them plain, so that y'all could make any designs on them if you wanted, because maybe somebody doesn't like polka dots, or maybe somebody doesn't like, stripes or something. So that's why I did that one different. And I'm just here for the candy, and time to do the mash, the monster mash. And then here are the cute little donuts that I've been having people asking for these a lot lately. But that's why we actually did a pre-order, because somebody saw them and was emailing me every couple of weeks, or every week almost, I guess. I don't know, I can't remember. But it was a lot saying that they needed these, and they needed them now. So for their Halloween stuff. So I really wanted to help accommodate them and make sure that we did a pre-order so that she could get her stamps in time. So these ones are cute. You have Dracula, a bat, a witch, a donut or a mummy donut, and a Frankie donut. And it says, donut scare me, I'll pee my sprinkles. Have a sprinkle-filled Halloween, and donut forget to say boo. So that's the new release, besides this little cutie that we are going to do today. So, Meadow, where's yours? Can I show them yours? Because the one that was colored on the graphics for today,
Sorry.
She's getting it out, was one that Meadow had colored. And she did hers very fall-like. So I decided today to be a little bit different, because these, this is a fall, obviously fall. Thankful for you, pumpkin spice and everything nice. I thought I would go a little bit differently and go Halloween with her. So there's Meadows. So, and I also, if you guys have gotten our stamps before, you have probably, here, Meadow, here's that. I don't need it. Hi, Tracy from Vegas, where it's nice. And Meadow, what are you doing here?
Sorry.
You're killing me. You're pushing buttons. Hang on. Meadow's pushing buttons and she doesn't know what she's pushing. Okay. Here, let's just go like that. There. That way you don't drop it. It has to be nice and warm. Now I'm jealous, Tracy. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to grab a piece of Nina. I always use Nina when I'm coloring. I'm a heavy-handed colorist. I don't know who's all here. It says there's 6 people watching, but I don't see everybody. So I'm just going to use some Nina cardstock. But we recently changed manufacturers on our stamps, which I'm really, really excited about. So I wanted you guys to see. Oh my gosh, they're so sticky. There we go. Sticky is good because that means that stick is going to last a very long time. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp her down. Let me get her on the plastic. Yeah, these stamps are going to last a long time. But I really love it because we did a test with the stamps from the old manufacturer versus the new manufacturer. And the new manufacturer is still in the U.S. We still have a U.S. company. All of our stamps, our stencils, and our paper are all made here in the U.S. But it's nice because we took 2 brand new stamps from both manufacturers and we stamped them down. And the new manufacturer, we didn't even have to stamp twice to get a nice solid black line. And the old manufacturer we did, so that was kind of nice. I really enjoyed that. Where's my thing now? Here we go. So I'm going to push this down. Get that on there. Oh, and of course, I didn't ink her right here. I'm sitting here talking about, oh, how great they stamp, and then I mess it up. How nice is that? There we go. Now, hopefully I can get it in the same spot since I didn't put my magnets down. Although I am using a new board, so that could be it. Because this is like, I don't know if I like this. I just got, does anybody else have this one? It's by We Are Memories, and it's the bigger one. But it's got like this foam. I don't know if I like this foam. I don't know if I like this. Here, Meadow, can you do that for me, please? Here's this. Thank you. So, you know what? I'm going to try it just give me the Stampin' Up!
Baby?
No, the Stampin' Up! One. Do you like it, Vanessa? Do you like that one? Because I don't know if I like that foam. I'm used to not having foam, and so I'm like, does it really actually do everything even, or the phone ended up wearing down. You have a grip. Oh, okay. Hi, Carrie. You're watching on the TV? Seriously? Meadow, here, can I have that back? Just the stamp, just the stamp. I just want the stamp. Meadow's already cleaning it, and here I'm going to dirty it up again. How nice am I? I'm a great mom. So let's go ahead and see if I actually like, maybe it's just the thing. Okay. So this is a Stampin' Up! Platform. And I'm just going to see if it really is the foam that I don't like. I might go without the foam too. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, it's the foam. I'm not enjoying the foam. at all. So there we go. I love the Stamparatus as well. What? They don't sell what? They don't sell them anymore? Oh my gosh. I'm hanging on to this baby. I can tell you that now. Cuz I love that thing. The only thing I don't like is every once in a while if I get it too close to the hinge, it doesn't stamp correctly. So I have to remember to get it away from that hinge so that it'll stamp for me. Either that or I'm just adult. I have no idea. So let's go ahead and I'm going to cut the other one off just so that I don't have to be reminded about it. And we'll use this one. And I love the new company too because they don't thicken up my lines. So I have small ones. Oh, wow, Tracy, that's terrible. Well, if you're a demo, I hope that you still have yours at least. But yeah, that is a really good product. That's silly to get rid of that. So, but when I draw, I do it in thinner lines. I don't do super thick lines. And that's one of the reasons that I stopped using the old company, the old manufacturer, because they kept thickening up my lines really bad. And I want to see the image, but I don't want super crazy thick lines. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Vanessa. So I'm going to go ahead and start with her skin. Ooh, should I make her into a... Nah.
What?
I was thinking I would make her into a witch with the little black cat because that would be really funny. But nah, I'll just stay with the skin, I guess, with the regular colors. So I'm going to go with E000, E00, E11, E21. Let's see, E21. What am I looking for, Meadow? I'm looking for R20 and R30. Oh, yeah. I heard about the whole conflict thing. So that's just too bad that someone did that. So, but I understand it, but it's still too bad. Yes. So maybe, did that image get gross? Maybe I'll just do two. I'll do skin both ways. How's that? We'll do skin we'll do her as a witch and we'll do her regular. How's that? I just won't do her clothes, but I'll do the skin. That way we can do witchy poo skin. So just to be funny. So I'm going to start with the regular skin first. And I'm going to start with E11. Gosh, I haven't done witch skin in a long time. This is going to be fun. So I'm going to start with E11. And I'm just going to go... Sorry. You okay over there, Meadow? I'm just going to go along where her bangs are.
Esmeralda said, hello, everyone. Cute. This is the stamp set out.
Hey, Esmeralda, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. Yes, this stamp set is currently available for pre-order. It's actually getting mailed out to us from the manufacturer on Tuesday, on this coming Tuesday. So we will be able to start mailing things out. Let's see, they're in Arizona. So we'll probably, usually only takes about 2 or 3 days to get to us. So it'll probably get to us probably Thursday or Friday. So we'll start shipping out the day that we get it if we get them early enough. So Meadow, why don't you go ahead and throw in a link there? And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit. That way you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Meadow, do I need to have a light?
No, it's good.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's bright enough. So let's see. So just use an E11 to go around where the shadows would be.
Oh, links don't work in the chat.
Oh, that's right. Oh, wait. The link is down below. In the description, that's right. So if you go down below in the description, the link will be there. I forgot I put it there. Thanks for reminding me, Meadow. So here we go. And let's see, we'll get her nose. Sorry for the pause there. Meadow's like stamping something out, so I'm being nosy. Wanted to see what she was doing. I think she's working on something for the free crafty day. So I'm going just a little bit under her eye because her cheeks are a wee bit chunky. Not much, but a little bit. And then I'm going to go for the E20. Hi, Francis. Did I already say hi to Francis? I don't remember now.
I don't remember.
I keep running my mouth. I don't know what I'm doing. So let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and pull out the E11. Now this eye is shut, so I'm not trying to like stay out of her eyeball or anything, but this one, her eye is open, so I only went right here. I'm not going to go here in the white of her eye.
Vicky says I'm here. Yay.
Hi, Vicky. Oh, girl, I'm so happy to see you here. You just don't even know how happy. You're going to make me cry. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull out the Y21 or I'm using Y20 or E21. Lord have mercy. Vicky, look at what you've done to me. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the E11 with the E21. Great day. You've made me into a blubbering mess, Vicky. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the E00, getting her nose there, just pulling all this out because her eye is closed, giving you a little winky wink. Ooh, maybe I'll do the other one because I was going to do her in blonde hair. So maybe I'll do the other one's hair too and give her black hair. So and then I'm going to finish this out with E00 or E000, excuse me. And I'm going to put that back down for a minute because I have to go to the cheeks.
Maureen says, is this a group that knows one another?
I know most everybody, but like Tracy, this is the first time I've seen Tracy. And I'm very jealous of her 105 weather because she's in the desert. So, and I used to live in the desert in California outside of Palm Springs. So I'm a little jealous because now I got the sticky heat. But no, I'm not sure if everybody knows everyone here or not. So this is R30. Just pulling out those cheeks. And then I'm just going to soften them up a little bit more with the E000. And kind of smooth out my lines here. Again, staying away from the white of her eye. Make sure I got everything covered. There we go.
Lori says, hi, Christina from Minnesota.
Hi, Lori. Wow. Do we have, I don't think we, yeah, nice.
There's like a huge delay on comments.
Is there? Okay, so let's see. We did regular skin, so I'm just going to hop over and do the witchy skin now. I have not done witchy skin in a really long time. So let's pray that I can actually remember how to do it. So I'm going to use mostly lighter colors. I'm going to use some YG06, some YG01, some YG11. Where is my YG03? Here it is. Okay. So I think these are the colors that I usually use. I don't know, but we'll see how it all goes. I'm actually going to start out with YG01. And for me, with witchy skin, I like it to have a little bit of a yellow tinge underneath, but not a lot. So we're going to go ahead and give her
Tracy says,
some skin.
To color like that. Do you offer lessons?
I teach when I do my events. I used to teach, I used to have a little teaching thing called Copic Academy, but I don't anymore because I started it during COVID. And of course, everybody went back to work and stuff. And so it kind of got left behind, but that's okay. But all the videos are on our YouTube channel. Oh, nice. I'm so happy that you found us on Craft Roulette. Let's see. I'm using YG06 now. I'm just going to go around just like we did with the oh goodness. I think I need coffee. I need more coffee. So, but I'm just going just like the E11. Oh my gosh. Where is my brain? But just like the E11, I'm just going around where is my brain? But just like the E11, I'm just going around where the shadows would be, like the cast shadows. And I'm going to come up on her little cheek here. I'm staying away from the white of her eye again. I'm getting her little nose. Oh my gosh, she's going to look so cute as a witch. I love it. So just getting right next to her little sleeves and the bottom of her hand. And I'm doing under her pants, and then the back of her leg, and then next to her shoes.
Susie says hi.
Hi, Susie. Let's see. I haven't done witchy skin in so long, so I'm like, oh my gosh, is this going to work? Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Just making sure. This is usually, when I pick colors, this is usually how it goes, is I'm sitting there trying to just see if it's going to blend, how it's going to blend, if one's darker than the other. And I just dink. Everybody's like, how do you pick your colors? I dink around with them. Seriously. I am not professionally trained. I did go to get my Copic certification, but that was mostly on how to use the markers and shadows and things. So, yeah, I dink. I just have a good time. So let's see. Gonna go ahead and just around the shadows again. Let's see. And now I'm going to use some YG11. Yeah, that should do what I want it to do. And it's not. See, this is how I pick colors. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the YG01. And that's still not really doing what I want it to do. YG03 is a really kind of a hard color for me. I will admit that. Everybody has their hard color. Most people, it's getting the grays to blend, or it's trying to get the reds. The reds and the blacks are really hard for people. Um, I've had to dink around with them for a long time to get them to work for me. So my hard color is YG03. So I'm just kind of blending it out with my YG01. And then I'm just going to go in because it kind of lost a bit of my shadow here. So I'm just going to go in different places.
Tracy says, my problem is keeping my pens from drying out here in the desert. I keep them flat in a cupboard, but still, any tips?
Oh, let's see. When I lived in the desert, I kept them away. I didn't keep them in a cupboard. I kept them. I have one of those. What do you call this thing? It's a cart from Hobby Lobby, or no, mine is from Michael's. This one's from Michael's. And I keep them like this, just vertical. And yeah, I just kept them away from the window, and I made sure that my room. I had like a what do you call those, portable AC units, and I just made sure that the room was cool, pretty much. But yeah, that is something that is difficult in the desert, is your markers drying out. So now I'm just going back in with my YG01 just to smooth it out. I don't like hard lines. I know some people like the really hard contrasting, shadow lines and stuff like that. I am not one of those people. So there is the green skin. You can use her for aliens or witches or whatever you want. And I ended up using YG06, YG03, and YG01 for that. You want to pop those into the chat for me, Meadow?
Which one's
here? Everything except 11. And I need those back for the other girl's shirt. So I'm going to go ahead and do black hair on her. So I'm going to grab my C8, my C6, my C4, and my C2. Thank you, Meadow. It really does. I really like that she's more versatile if you can change her skin color. And with her having pumpkins and a cat, it really just, you can make her into a witch, or you can have pumpkin spice fall with the leaves, You can go either way with her. It's really, really nice. So I'm going to start out with C6. And I'm just going to start out from the top. And when I use a lot of people, when I'm doing hair, they're like, how do you get the thin flicks? So I don't really hang on tight to my pen. I tell other people it's a paintbrush, not a crayon. So you can't push hard on the pen. Plus, if I pull like this, I get thinner flicks. Okay? But if I go like this, you can see I'm getting thicker flicks. And so this is pushing, and this is pulling. So you just have to figure out if you're a pusher or if you're a puller.
Marianne says, I had my Copics for over 20 years and never had any issues. I gave them all away. Then I repurchased them. It was during the issue with the manufacturer problems with caps, and they all dried out.
Oh no. That is terrible that I know a lot of people have been having issues with the caps. So these ones are back before Copic 2 started to change their people and stuff like that. So I still have, and I'm so scared because one of my B, my B06, we just found that it was like stuck. I mean, like seriously stuck to Meadow tried to pull the nib part out, not the brush nib, but the chisel nib out. And from here, you can see there's like a little
I wasn't trying to pull it out, I just pulled the cap off.
Oh, you just pulled the cap off?
Yeah, and the nib was stuck in the cap.
Oh, so the nib got stuck in the cap and she pulled the cap off and it pulled this part of the marker off as well. So we have to buy a new one because everybody's saying, my caps. I'm like, I'm scared to buy a new marker, you guys. Like seriously scared. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm using C6. So thank you, Art. And then what's Maureen say?
She's talking to Tracy.
Oh, okay. So you want to put the markers in as I'm using them? Because I'm going to be going back and forth and using lots of markers here.
Yeah, which one are you using now?
Right now I'm using C6. So I don't want to finish the other one now, you guys. Now I'm liking this one. That's so bad. So, ooh, did it just get dark?
No, it's still light.
Here we go.
Vanessa said, gotta go. Have a great day.
Have a good day, Vanessa. See you later, even though this is probably delayed, so you probably didn't hear any of that. So I'm just she has like a little braid right here, and you can either do that as like a hair scrunchie, or you can do it as hair. How ladies with nice long hair will actually do the braid going around their ponytail. This time, though, I think I will leave it, and I'm just going to go ahead and make it into a scrunchie. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. See, I can't do hair that way, so I'm going to flip her around. I hope nobody gets nauseous with me flipping that around like that.
Maureen says, Cristena, you color beautiful.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. That you guys don't even understand how much that means to me, even though you guys say that. I'm not one of those people that think, oh, I color great. No, I look at people that like Alice from Kitten Clowder and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, I cannot. Whenever I try to color like that, I can't. So I just do me, and then if people like it, it really makes me happy. Because I'm always like, I'm not as good as them, Everybody has that self-doubt once in a while, I think. So I just like to color. And I think everybody has their own style and everybody does really well. Because it's their style. It's something that they made from their heart. And that, I know some people that won't even make things because they're worried that it won't look all that great. So I'm just happy to see that people create things. So just going to go ahead and get the ends of her hair now. Just a little bit, not a whole lot.
Maureen says, always do you. Everyone has their own way of doing it, and what works for you is best.
Exactly. And you know what's funny now that you say that, though? I've been to Kitten Clowder classes. I love her coloring. I love Alice's coloring. I've been to Jen Dev's boot camp. I love Jen's coloring. But I always seem to find that I go right back to what my instructor for my Copic classes taught me. I just find that I keep going back to what she taught me, and I love it. So, yep, just doing me. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in, do I want to do it now or do I want to do it later? I think I'm going to do it now. So So let me see which one I want. No, that's too light. I want something with some pop. There we go. So I'm going to throw in on the tips of her hair, just to be fun, I'm going to throw in some VO6. Because all witches need black and purple hair, right? I mean, come on.
Mine says, have you been to Sandy Almox? Some people do light to dark, some do dark to light. They all look good.
Yeah, and I actually, so I used to live down the street from her. So, like, just a few blocks over. So that was kind of funny, but I didn't find out that I lived down the street from her until after we moved to California. So that was pretty funny. But I have not been to her classes. I think she's wonderful. Her class, she's a great colorist, and there's another gal that does really well. But I'm more of a cartoony type colorist. I don't really do realistic too much. I used to do a little bit more realistic when I was on the you're really loud. When I was on the Aurora Wings team. But after I left that team, I just found that I really like the cutesy, cartoony type stuff. And so the realistic, I mean, you can take little bits and pieces, what will work for you, like the shadows and stuff like that. But I really just like the cartoony stuff. So I tend to color a little more cartoony. So that was VO6. You want to pop that in there, Meadow?
VO6.
VO6. And now I'm going to use C4.
Maureen said, Alice at Kitten Clouder is amazing. Are you thinking of Kelly Taylor?
No, it's not Kelly Taylor. It's my brain fog is just crazy today, but it's the gal who does Vanilla Arts. Is that it? I think it's Vanilla Arts. Her stuff is phenomenal, but she's actually been trained, like she went to art school. So I would expect nothing less from her because she is just amazing. Her coloring is, well, I'm jealous. Let's just put it that way.
Is it her name like Amanda or something?
Yeah, I think her name is it Amanda? I think Meadow says it's Amanda. She's actually looking it up now because that's going to drive Meadow nuts as much as it will me. So just filling in with the CO4, just little different spots. And I'm going right over the top of the VO6 as well to blend this in. So making sure I just get all the little spots here. But I'm still leaving a little bit of white for the C2, which is what I'm going to use right now. Oh, Amy. Yes, Amy. That sounds right. Was it Amy Meadow?
Yeah, I just found it when she put that in.
That's awesome. So I'm using C2 now. I mean, I know her hair looks a little grayish, but don't worry, we'll get it to black. I do everything pretty much kind of in layers, and I'll start out with dark and go to light and then go back to dark. I know a lot of people start out with light, which I think is great. I do that on a few things if I know I'm only going to use a few markers, but sometimes I really like when I'm just messing around like this. I use way too much ink, and I get really heavy-handed. So that's why I tend to go dark to light first. That way I can still go back to dark if I want to without completely saturating everything. So now I'm just going in. You can see she's got lots of layers and lines of her hair. So I'm just going in and just kind of putting some hair in different spots to bring out, kind of bring some forward and push some stuff back. Because you can tell if I put a line right here along her face, and I mean, I'm just drawing a line. I'm not even flicking. I'm just making a line. You can see it kind of brings her face forward and kind of pops it. So that's really what I like to do as well. So you can tell right here, now I've put some flicks in, but if I go right along here and put in a line right where along her hair, that's going to bring her bangs forward. And it would do the same thing if I went along the bottom of her bangs but in green, not black, green.
Ryan said, love your images. You have great talent. I start light and go dark. I admire you starting dark. I'm always afraid I'll go too dark at first.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that you like my images. I love them. Meadow is actually the one who got me into doing the chibi images, and I found that they were a lot easier than what I was doing. And I honestly, I love it when people color soft and light. I can't seem to do that to save my life. I try really hard, but I tend to color a little with the darker colors. So that's a lot of the time, that's why I go dark to light, is because I'm just trying to figure out what I want, where I want to go. It's also like I started out with C6, but now I'm going to C8 because C8 is my contrast color to bring in those dark tones. And then that way I'm starting out a little dark, but I'm not starting out so dark that I can't fix it. And then I can just bring in these extra colors, because now you can see she's getting a little bit more definition to her bangs, and she's actually starting to look like she's got black hair. And I think it's just things like that. I don't even know where I learned that, or if I learned it or just started doing it. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Because I am, like I said, I've only had the Copic certification classes, and it was a friend of mine that she brought her Copics over when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I was like, get that contraband out of my craft room right now. And she kept bringing them over. She was horribly just mean to me like that. So she kept bringing them over, and finally we couldn't, at the time, we weren't allowed to use Copic markers if you were a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This was a long time ago, so I don't know what they do now. They were to the point where I was having to take blog posts down off my blog and stuff. But, which I understand, they want you to sell their product, so I totally get that. So I ended up leaving Stampin' Up! For Copic markers, and I went with Amuse Studio because Amuse was selling Copic markers, so I could get a discount on them. Now, granted, they were the original markers, so they were the square, bulky ones, but I didn't care. It was something to learn with. And then gradually I just kept going until I got all of the sketch ones. So now I'm just going to come up from the last little bit. Can you guys see the definition now in her hair? How it's all coming in. It just got really dark for me, Meadow. Is it dark on the video too?
Okay.
So, and there we have black and purple hair. Okay, I am in love with her. I have to tell you guys, I'm in love with this one. I don't even want to do that one now, but that is so funny.
Tracy said I'm a hobby demo, so and sue what I want, but you can't use contraband in your posts and blogs.
I love that you use the word contraband. I'm all about it's contraband. Get it out of my craft room.
Esmeralda said, do you use your silhouette to cut out your images?
No, I actually fussy cut my images, but I have some good news for everybody that does want to use the silhouette to cut out your images. Because Silhouette does have the pick scan mat. And I know a lot of the people that take my classes or my my retreats and my camps, they don't like to fussy cut. And so with the new manufacturer, so the lines, let me just grab this one. So the lines of the stamp that you see right here along the edges of the stamp, where the stamp is actually cut at, I have to design that, and I have to tell them where to cut and how close I want them to cut to the stamp. And so it's not much. I mean, it's pretty close, but since I already have to do that for the manufacturers, I was thinking about just going ahead and making those cuts into SVGs and offer them for free on our website. But I'm in the middle of transitioning them because I have to pull them all apart and stuff like that so that everybody can use them. So those will be available in the store September 1st. So, and it's just, I have to get there. I've got so much going on right now. I just got to get there right now because the thought just came to me, a couple weeks ago. So I want to make sure that I have the time to actually get all that done. But yes, you will have the free SVGs to cut the images out on like your brother, your silhouette, I don't know, can you do it on a Cricut? I don't know if you can do it on a Cricut. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm really excited to be able to offer that. So I'm going to go ahead and do her hair. She is going to be a blonde. And I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to use, I always use the E50s. Should I use the E40s this time? No, that makes her look old.
Yeah, I use the 50s.
I don't want her. Yeah, I'm going to use 50s. I don't want her to look old. So I'm going to go ahead. What are you doing, Meadow?
Drink water.
You guys probably just heard my thing tell me to drink water. Maureen, I'm the same way. I don't know. I have arthritis and I still do it. I still fussy cut. I love to fussy cut. Yes, they will work with a brother. It's just a SVG that I'll be, I don't know how to do it on a brother, but I've heard you use SVGs on a brother. You can. I don't know. Are you going to do the one for the free crafty day?
Can.
Oh, okay. If it's not that, because I was going to have you use the fancy software for that.
Oh, no, it's not for that.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Meadow's coloring, and I just want to make sure she's doing a video for our free crafty day that's coming up. If you're not signed up for that, make sure you get signed up. Let's see. So I'm going to do E50, 51, 53, and 55. And I'm going to go ahead and start with E53. Excuse me while I cough. I'm really sorry. My throat just got dry all of a sudden.
Esmeralda said, how is the silhouette? Can you do more than the cricket?
I don't know because I threw my cricket in the trash. I really believe that cricket and silhouette are like the old PC and Mac commercials where you can do either a cricket or a silhouette. I'm one of those people, and I can't do the blade for a cricket to save my life. So I will actually do a silhouette. So I'm going to start the E53. I'm going to start just like I did the C6. And I'm just going to start up at the top and do some thin flicks. Meadow, can you open a window or turn on a fan or something? My throat just keeps getting dry. Sorry. So just going to go around with her hair and get all the little bits here. There we go. Now she has lots of little things in her hair, like right here, it looks like it's folded. And that's exactly what it is. So this would get light and this will not right here. Because it's just kind of going in the wind a little bit. Now this bit right here, you can either do as hair or you can leave it open if you want to look like the strands of the wind are going crazy. It is completely up to you. You know what? I didn't do her eye. I just realized I didn't do her eye. Oh my gosh. I'm rude. So go ahead and get the back of her ponytail. And I'm just going to get the top of her hair here. I'm still going to just go ahead and leave that. Well, maybe I won't this time. This one I'll go ahead and do it as a little braid. So I'm just going to put little teeny tiny flicks on either side. I mean, there's not much there. So, I mean, if you put a great big long flick, that's fine too. So I'm going to flip her around. And I'm going to get the other side here. And I'm going to go ahead and get her bangs. Here we go. And just getting the bottom half of her bangs. And then I'm going to bring this up just a little bit more. There we go. So that was E53. Now I'm going to go ahead and use E51. And I'm just going to go ahead and just lightly get in, try to get in. I'm not perfect by any means, but I'm going to try and get in between the little bits of E53 that I did. And I'm just pulling it out a little bit more. Sometimes I will go ahead and do the E50 and sometimes I don't. It just depends on how much room I have, and I don't feel like I'm really set on, okay, I said I was going to use this, so I have to use it. I don't always do that. I just kind of, okay, I like it the way it is, and I stop. So it really just depends on how much you want to do and how much you don't. And how light of a blonde do you want as well. So I'm going to go ahead and use the E50 this time because I did leave a little bit of white. And when I use the E50, I'm just kind of smoothing stuff out just a little bit, and I'm filling in the white bits. Because I was the little kid that filled in the entire thing of my coloring page. Like if there was sky, it took up the whole page almost. But I did color a lot of Smurfs, so, you know. Here we go. Beth, you are so funny. So Beth says that the Cricut is more user-friendly and simpler to use than the Silhouette. And I feel the exact opposite. That's so funny. I love it. So Beth, when you come next time, you're going to have to bring your Cricut and you're going to have to show me these things because I have a heck of a time using the Cricut. Like I said, I literally threw mine in the trash. I got so upset with it. So I'm going to go ahead and use E55 now. And this is going to be just like how we did the C8, where it's just going to be like the shadow bits. And I'm going to go ahead and...
Vicky said I started out with the Silhouette, but couldn't figure it out. Now I have a Cricut and brother and use them all the time.
That's so funny. I'm so opposite. Maybe I'm just a ding-ding when it comes to these things. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and just put in the shadows with my E55. And when you put the shadows in on the hair like this, sometimes too, it just really gives it a little bit more depth to the hair. And I'm just finding like the little nooks and crannies and things like that of her hair to put a little bit of shadow in. And you can see it a whole lot more, I feel like. Well, I don't know, you can see it at the black hair, but you can really see it with the blonde hair too. So here's that line that we did with the black hair, but I'm doing it with the E55 instead, just to bring her bangs forward a bit. Here we go. Just putting that line in there. And I have to say I'm a little bit more careful when it comes to blonde hair because you can see the mistakes a whole lot easier than black hair.
Vicky said I hope that now I understand the machines better. I can try the Silhouette again. Maybe I'll win someday.
You never know.
And Danya said, I had issues with the Cricuts. I own Silhouette and Brothers Scan and Cut with the Scowl software.
With the what software?
The Scowl software.
What is Scowl software? I don't know. Is that the brother? Oh, is it the brother software? So I'm going to flip her around and just get the stuff from the bottom now.
Maureen says the E55 is bringing the hair to life. And then Danya said sure cuts a lot.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. This sure cuts a lot. I have no idea. I almost feel like you guys, it's so funny. I feel like I'm like a new little born baby and y'all teach me things sometimes because I'm like, what is that? Huh? What? Because I've only been outside in the real crafting world. Like I've only been out of diapers for like, I don't know, since 2013. So not very long. Because I was in the Stampin' Up world and had those blinders on, you know. So yeah, I didn't use anything. Like I made sure I did not use, I was woohoo, Stampin' Up. I didn't do nothing wrong. Didn't use anything outside of Stampin' Up. So this is still just a whole new world for me. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm still quoting Ariel. But it is. It's like being Ariel, you guys. And this is the human world. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a line right here.
Maureen says, Cristena, my favorite blonde hair combo is Y13, Y15, 21, YR23. Try it sometime. You'll love it.
I will have to try that. I have not tried that combo for blonde hair before. So there is my blonde hair. And now I'm going to go ahead. You guys are going to laugh, but the colors I'm going to use for her shirt are the same colors as her face. Maybe. Because Meadow, you said to make it lime green, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can pull this off. Let me get some water here. Oh, that is cool, Danya. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to be checking that out. Look at you teaching me new tricks. Okay, so I'm going to start off. Do I want to start with this one? No, I'm going to start with, yeah, I'm going to, what do I want to do? Decisions. What? Oh my gosh, you guys are going to laugh. So last night, Meadow and I love hot wings. We love eating hot wings. And there is a YouTube show called Hot Ones. It is hysterical. It is a guy who interviews celebrities while they eat super duper atomically hot wings. If you guys want to laugh, like a really good laugh, watch the show. It's just called Hot Ones. First We Feast, Hot Ones. But last night we're like, do we want to watch Hot Ones or do we want to watch something else? Because my husband works on Friday nights. And so Meadow wouldn't make up her mind. So I was like, fine, we're going to watch this. And I turned on Bob Ross. And so we're sitting there watching Bob Ross. And I was like, hey, he kind of paints the way that I color, where he just kind of goes with the flow and does whatever he wants. And he was painting happy trees. And so now I'm starting to think, he says there's this one thing he says, you have all this power. You can put a lake where you want. You can put trees where you want. You can put this where you want. So now I'm like, sitting here going, decisions. And I'm like, ooh, Bob Ross, just put it where you want. So now I'm going to be thinking about Bob Ross when I color. Thanks, Meadow, for not making decisions. Oh, Tracy, you've watched that? Isn't it funny? Did you catch the new one with Ryan Reynolds? If you have watched that, because oh my gosh. It is hysterical. So, but it has Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. It's so funny. So now I used YG01 for the base of the shirt. Now I'm going to YG03. And I'm just going to get where I want the shadows to be on her shirt. And I'm just going to go down here. Now, one thing I did do when I was drawing this is shirts they don't sit just straight. They sit kind of, they've got wrinkles and stuff in them. So I wanted to try and draw some of those in there for you guys. Make it a little easier. Happy trees and happy clouds. Yep, everything's happy. He was so awesome. Oh my gosh. And then there was one. Hi, Jana. There was one time he was like, he was doing grass. And he goes, you can see he was putting this on really aggressively. And he was just like, see, you can take out all your, what was it, Meadow? You can take out all your hostilities. About died laughing. It was so funny. I was like, I love his personality. And no, I've never watched Bob Ross before last night. So, and it was funny. I kind of did it to torture Meadow because because he has a really soothing voice. I do know that about him. Just very soothing, very calming kind of voice. And so I was like, oh, she's going to get bored and want to pick something on the TV, to watch. No, she got into it, you guys. So we ended up watching like 3 or 4 episodes of Bob Ross. So just went around with all the YG03. Now I'm going to use some YG06. And I'm doing this a little bit differently than her face because I'm wondering if it's going to work out differently for me. Because I haven't done bright green in a while.
Are you done with the 50s?
So I'm just coming in a little bit. And just kind of going over the YG03. And bringing it out a little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
Tracy said he is a good teacher and great to watch for techniques.
Oh, he is amazing. And a lot of those techniques you can use for coloring too, especially like how he was like mixing the colors and doing all the colors like that. I mean, it was just, he's a fantastic. And my mind was just completely blown at how, he was doing those paintings in like 30 minutes. He was just popping them out left and right. I was like, what the heck? It takes me like 2 hours to color an image. I was completely amazed. So now I'm going in with YG11 to see if it'll work out the way I wanted it to on the witch's face. And it is. Because I just kind of wanted it to look a little toxic,
Alita said, sorry, gotta go. Have a great day.
Have a good day, Alicia. It was so nice for you to pop in with us. Thank you. I hope she actually hears that. So that was YG11. I'm going to go back in. You know what? I think I'm going to use my 7. Should I use? Not. Yeah. I'm going to use my 9. I'm going to use YG09. Just a smidgen. just to bring all these little crevices to life here. Sorry if my little ham hocks are getting in the way a little bit. Ooh, don't you dare. Ooh, did you guys see that? It almost threw up on me. Oh, that would have been horrible.
Danya says the Silhouette Free program doesn't support SVG.
Oh, it doesn't. That stinks. Well, I can also make it into a studio file. Well, it supports, free will support studio, right? I don't have the free program, so if you have it, please tell me if that's right or not.
Yes.
Okay, so I can do SVGs too. Or I mean studio. So there we go. I'm just bringing all of this in, making some shadows here. There, I think I'm done with her and my YG09.
Danya says Scan and Cut Canvas does support SVG. And Vicky said so does Cricut.
Okay. So I'm going to hop back to their eyes for just a second. So let's see. For the witch's eyes, since her hair is purple, I'm going to use 20, 25, and V20, V25, and V22 for her eye. I'm going to start out with V25, and I'm going to do just the top. I'm not doing anything in this white part. That is the white of her eyeball. Please don't explode her eyes. See, and then V22, I'm just going to come down just a little bit. And then V20, I'm going to go ahead and just color over the whole thing and blend it together. And then I'll use C1. So this black part here that kind of flings out, this is her eyelashes. Okay, so I'm going to go over the black part and just right there, because you're going to have a shadow from her eyelashes, and that's how I do her eyes. So I'll do the same thing on the little blonde, but I'm going to make her eyes blue.
Vicky said, so how will that work? We cut the image first and stamp it? Oh,
What?
I think she's talking to Danya.
Let's see. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and use I'm going to use B000. I'm going to use B04 and B01. So I'm going to use B04 at the top. Again, I'm not going to go into the white of her eye. And then I'm going to use B01. And I'm going to pull the B04 down and just go down a little bit more, but leaving space at the bottom. And then I'm going to use B000 to color the whole thing and blend it all together. And then back to the C1, because now you can actually see her eyelashes. So here's her eyelash. So I'm going to go from her eyelash, and then there's the black part of her eye right here. That's indicating the shadow of her eye. So there is the shadow of her eye. And then I'll use a white gel pen. And there's this little circle down at the bottom of her eye. That's a little bit of a shine. So you want to fill that in with a white gel pen. And then you can put a little shine up here. And then you can pull it out and do like a little sparkle. So shine, and then you can do little sparkles in her eye. And I just make little dots because it looks like she's sparkling. Okay, so now for her little pants, I'm going to go ahead and give her, let's see, what color should her pants be, Meadow? Since I made her shirt green, should I make her pants orange? Like a pumpkin?
That'd be cute.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use, let's see, what colors do I want to use, Meadow? I'm going to go ahead and use,
Do you need any of these?
oh, that's why I'm like, what colors am I going to use? Because I'm not finding any of the colors because Meadow has them all. So I'm just going to go a little simple here. And I'm going to use some YR09. Actually, I'm going to start with 04. And I'm just going to get just the edges of her pants. And come out just a little bit. This is going to be, because the 04 isn't our darkest color. So I can come out about halfway. Okay, now this is also going to be the colors that I'm going to use for the pumpkins. So I'm going to go ahead and go along the bottoms of the pumpkins and just kind of come out a little bit. And then this one, because that's like pretty much the center of the pumpkin, I'm just going to go along both sides on that one. And right now I'm just kind of outlining where I want the lines to be. And then I'll pull this out a little bit more. So just figuring out where I want my shine to be. There we go. Now I'll move on to the next pumpkin. I'm going to do the same thing. There we are. I don't know why it is, but one of my favorite things about fall is pumpkins. The leaves and the pumpkins. I love them. So now I'm going to go ahead and use Y19. Ooh, the sun came back out. Now I can see what I'm doing again. Yay! So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. And I'm just going to fill this in with the Y19. Go ahead and get these pumpkins, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on her pants. Y'all got quiet all of a sudden. Holy cow. What is your guys' favorite thing about pumpkins? Or I mean about pumpkins, oh my gosh. About fall. So one thing that I'm probably going to have to message Vanessa and Alicia about since they left, and I forgot to mention it, is that I put on there that we were going to be giving out a prize this weekend. And we are going to be doing that. We're going to be giving away the class only option for Boo Camp. And that's why I was showing Boo Camp when everybody came on.
Danya said coffee. Vicky said we can go outside again. Tracy said cooler days.
Yeah, I like those things too. Definitely the coffee because I get my pumpkin spice. So, but we're going to be giving away the class only of the Boo Camp, which is a $60 value. And the way to try and win that is anybody who makes a purchase this weekend, whether it be for pre-order or just something else, because we've restocked the entire store, you will be entered into a drawing, and we'll do the Wheel of Names on Monday to see who wins. And we'll put everybody's name in the pot as to who made a purchase this weekend. And again, it's a $60 value. You'll get all the SVGs and PDFs to cut out, like we have that little envelope, and then the envelope card. And then you'll also get like all the coloring guides, the supply list. You'll have access to all the videos, everything for Boo Camp. The only thing you don't get with the camp only is like the memorabilia stuff, and you won't get the stamps or the pre-cut and scored kit. So if you are interested in that and would like to win, please make a purchase on our store, which is now just Crafty Stamp Co, which is co.com. So I'm just taking the YR09 and making where all the shadows would be. Going along, making sure that I go along the bottom here.
Susie said I love fall colors, especially having red hair. They are warm.
Ooh, I bet you look pretty in the fall.
Susie said...
Especially with those curls. Oh my gosh.
Susie said in the fall smells. Vicky said I don't really make Thanksgiving Halloween cards because... Oh, but this image is making me think I need to.
See, that's the nice thing about this image is it doesn't have to be for Thanksgiving or for Halloween. I mean, you could totally make, like, say you have to give, well, like, say you wanted to send Danya a gift card for coffee. You could totally do that with the stamp set because one of the stamp scents is, you know, pumpkin spice and everything nice.
Danya said LOL.
So me and Danya will get together and have some pumpkin spice together. Although I don't know if, Danya, do you even like pumpkin spice? Or are you going to be drinking something else?
She said yes.
See, girl after my own heart. I knew I loved you. Here we go. And I'm just putting some little flicks here and there to just kind of because it makes it, if you notice, it makes like the little bright highlight parts come out a little bit more. And I'm making sure that they're kind of curvy little lines. That way it makes the pumpkins look a little bit more rounded. And then I'll go ahead and put some YR09 on her little wee pants for the shadows. For her shadow though, I'm actually going to come up just a little bit. I'm not going right up to the line. I'm a little ways away from the line just because the light, you know, our legs are basically cylinders. So at least mine are. So the light is going to come around the back side of our leg. So it won't be completely shadowed. Let's see. What color? I think I will go back in with the YR04 and just pull this out slightly just to smooth it out. I'm not going to go all the way in, but see, this is where I'm heavy-handed because I'm like, ooh, let's do this, and oh, let's do that, and oh, let's go back in with this color. And ooh, I got to smooth that out.
Craft by Jay said, ooh, I see fall things.
Hey, Jay, how are you doing? Meadow said Craft by Jay, and I was like, huh, what? Because one of my best friends' name is Jay. So I was like, what? Is he messing with me? I'm getting punked. But it's you, one of my favorites. Thanks for popping in with us. So just getting the back of her pants.
He said pretty good, having a crafty day. How about you?
Definitely having a crafty day. I am doing awesome. I'm having a good time. We're doing witches and just doing it all kinds of ways. Okay, I'm just going over this just slightly over the shiny parts with my Y19. There we go. Let's see. Now we have shoes, a cat, a tongue, and a wagon to do. So the tongue is super easy. That I'm just going to do with some E93.
Jay said, I'm tempted to do a Yeti as a Halloween monster.
Oh my gosh, that would... If you do, you better tag me because I got to see that. That will be so cute.
And he said, I love the green skin tone you got.
Thank you. I wanted to go a little bit Halloween, but this one, it was meant to go Halloween, but then it went kind of fall still. So at least I did green skin with purple and black hair. That's at least Halloween, right? So the little cat, actually, I'm going to wait on the cat because I don't know why, but animals scare me. I have a really hard time with animals sometimes. So you guys are finding out my weaknesses here. So let's see. The kitty. I guess I'll go ahead and do the kitty now. Just get it out of the way. Get the fear out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and start with C6 because I'm going to make him a little grayish black cat. We'll see how this goes. So because I have not actually colored this little image yet, so what you guys are seeing is first time being colored by me. The coloring, like I said, the coloring on the graphics was actually Meadow. So she's already a pro at this. And I'm just getting areas that would be kind of shaded, but I'm not going all the way up to the black line, because if we do, we are going to lose our cat. So his tail, I'm just kind of flicking out because I want it to look a little bit more fluffy. Let's see. I think I've got it. We're going to see how this goes. Black cats are awesome. I used to have one before we realized I was allergic to cats when I was younger. And he was all black, but then he had a white little nose, and I named him Kit Kat. So I love black cats. I think they are cool. So just kind of bringing that color out a little bit with C4. And I'm literally just like dotting. I'm not even flicking. I'm just making little dots because I don't want to go too far and completely lose this kitty. Because that's usually what happens to me. So I'm like, ooh, let's make a black animal. And then all of a sudden, where'd its eyes go? You have no idea where the eyes are or anything. So now I'm going to use C2. And I'm just going to fill in the rest of him.
Jason, Kaiser, my cat you don't see in videos, is all black with a little white spot on his chest.
Oh, cool. I feel like the little white spots, even black cats though, because sometimes they have those really pretty green eyes. I think it just gives them like a little bit more character. Jay, you should do this one and then make this little cat into your kitty Kaiser. So he's a little, I did not do a very good job. He's a little wee bit over blended. So I'm just going to go in like where his chest is at so we can bring out his arm. Just bring a little bit of shadows in. And then I'm going to let him dry and try and get some of this shape back into him. That's one thing I always do. I know a lot of people will tell you, don't let it dry, don't let it dry. I always let my stuff dry because my paper doesn't, especially if I have a problem with over blending, my paper can't soak up all the ink fast enough. So if I let it dry and go back, the ink will still move. You don't have to worry about that. Like my instructor, when I was doing my Copic certification classes, she had an image there, and I've done it on images before, where the image, she colored it 3 years before the class, and she could still go in there and she could still move the ink on the paper. Sorry, I had to take a little drink there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the cart, or the little wagon. I'm just grabbing all of my E40s because I don't know what I'm going to use. But I am going to use E44. And I'm just going to bring some flicks in from either side, kind of try and make it look like wood. Because that was the idea behind this little wagon when I drew it. It was a little wood wagon. Let's see. There we go. Thank you, Jay. That's very nice of you. I'm glad you like it. One thing when I started doing these images and when Meadow and I decided to start this company, was I wasn't sure if people were going to like this type of image. So, yeah, I was a little worried, to say the least. So when I hear that people like it, it really makes me feel good. So thank you. And I'm just going round in a little bit circle. I'm not trying to be nice and neat or anything. I'm just doing it kind of messy because I want it to look like wood wheels. And we know wood isn't always just absolutely perfect. At least mine isn't. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and use E42. And I think because these spaces are so small, I think that's all it's really going to take. It's just some E44 and some E42 over the top. And I think I'm going to be good. I think I'm going to like it just fine. There we go. Yeah, I think I like it just fine, just like that. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Yes, please hit my like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you for reminding me, Tracy. So let's see, Meadow, what should the band on the wagon be?
Maybe silver.
Silver. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to do the kitty's ears really fast. Where's my R00? So my kitty's ears, if I can find the other marker now. Where'd it go? My desk is just full of markers right now. So I'm going to use E93 just in the very, very, very bottoms. And then I'm going to use R00 to pull that out. And that's all I usually do. I'll use R00 and with R01 or R02, sometimes E93. It just kind of depends on my mood. So silver, I'm going to use T1 and T2. But if you don't have the T's yet, if you don't have those, then you can also use just a C. C is pretty close. So I'm just putting the T2 right on the edges for some color, and then I'm going to go in with T1. I like to use T1 for silver just because it looks more like silver than the C's does. C's looks more like black to me. And I just noticed that I missed some of her hair. Meadow, did you take E55?
I put them back. It's in the big pile in like the middle.
There we go. See, this is what happens when you're coloring, but your daughter likes to color too, so she takes off with your markers, and then you can't find anything. It's great. Actually, it really is great. I love coloring with her. So, but I missed some of her hair, so I wanted to go ahead and get that. And then I'm going to go back in and get her wee little shoes. So this is C6. And it looks like, Meadow, are you doing a video?
Yeah.
So it looks like Meadow's making a little video. She is a multitasker, I tell you what. She's reading y'all's comments for me, and she's making a coloring video for everybody. So thanks, Meadow. Little Miss Multitasker. And now I'm using C4 just to finish out her wee shoes. I love her wee little shoes. I can't remember. Meadow, did you draw her shoes or did I?
You did.
I did. Okay. I usually have a really tough time with shoes, so I don't normally Meadow will draw the shoes. It's kind of fun the way these girls are drawn. So I'll start them and then I'll get to a certain point and I'll be like, Meadow, I can't get this. I don't like the way it's coming out. So I'll hand it to her and then she finishes them out. So they're kind of drawn by both of us, which I absolutely love. So I'm going back to my little kitty. And I love that he's dry now because now all those colors have set and I can kind of just move him about. And he's coming out now. That was my C4 that I was using. But I don't want to overblend it. So I think I'm just going to go with my C3 this time instead of my 2. And I'm just touching it ever so lightly just to soften that up. Because I don't want to lose anything. There we go. So, and I left some of the darker bits like right here and right here because they're going to be covered by him helping to push the little wagon. So let's see. Am I missing anything? Let's see. I think the only thing I'm missing is this, right? The little stems, and those are easy. Those are my favorite greens for stems, which is 25, YG 23 and 25. Sometimes I will have YG 21 in there, but that's usually just for like trees and stuff. But where the shadows are, I'm just going to put some YG 25. You know what? Actually, I want to try this out. I haven't tried this out before because that's such a small space. So this is YG 21. Instead of putting the dark 23 in there and just losing all the detail of the stamp, I just went in with some YG 21 and finished that out. Actually, Meadow, you can put your videos on here too because you're using our stamps. So her video, Vicky, will be on here later sometime when she gets it edited. So, let's see. Now I'm just going to put some white lines on there. Where did I put? Oh gosh, it's lost.
Oh no.
Say that louder, Meadow.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
So let's see. I'm just going to put, and I'm fine with, because the lines aren't completely connected, I'm fine with that. So I'm just putting some of the white details in here. And put little, we need our shine, right? Because we still want the sun out. We just don't want it to be out so deeply hot. So I'm just making a little dot, flicking it out, and then putting little sparkle dots around it. And I don't know what it is about a white gel pen, but wow, does it really bring in some texture and make it look a little more glamorous. And the kitty has to sparkle while he's sweating his little self away. So put a little bit of white on the shoes.
Vicky wants to know what gel pen you're using.
This. This gel pen. I like this gel pen. I have a couple. This is a Karin. It's Karin. But this one, I actually got this one from my friend Helen, and I love it. And I could kiss her for it because these are a little bit expensive. I'm just saying. I don't generally put sparkles on clothing, because, well, unless you're wearing sequins or something, your clothes don't sparkle. So, but I am going to put it on just her little pom-poms to make her pom-poms white. So I don't usually put like shine lines or sparkle lines and stuff on clothes unless, maybe she's in some faux leather pants or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't normally do that for clothes, but I will do it like on the wagon because that's silver. So we can put a little bit on here because silver will shine. And the kitty, the cat's not going to shine and sparkle, but he is sweating, so he's probably wet. The wet's going to glisten, so we get a sparkle. And we'll put a little sparkle on the silver part of the wagon. And we will call that a day, except for the little sweat marks. Let's see, where's some blue here? I mean, sweat's not really blue. It's really pretty much clear. But, and of course, Meadow hands. Oh my gosh, you guys, I wish you were sitting here. Because I said, oh, where's my blue pens? And Meadow sits there and says, here, do you need these? And she's got a fistful of markers. She's so funny. Over here, thieving my markers while I'm trying to color. So I'm just going to use some B000. Because that's about as light as it goes. I mean, you can use BG, you can use B, you can use, I don't know, you can use a lot of different colors for sweat, I guess. Whatever. I mean, you might sweat purple. Who knows? She might sweat purple. So there we go. There's green hair or green skin, black hair, and a regular girl with blonde hair. So I will put all of these markers into the description after we shut this down and everything so that you guys will have those and you can go back. And I will distinguish whether, it was black hair, what color I used for black hair, green skin, or whatever. That way you guys know which is which and what I used for everything. So I will, Meadow, where's my mouse? Please remember that we do have that thing going where you can get the free possibly win a free camp only to the boot camp and stuff. I know we don't have any paper and we don't have any, I'm going to zoom this out. So if you're going to get sick by me zooming and focusing, please look away, look away, look away. So, please know that we didn't do any paper because we still have loads of paper. We have this paper and this paper, and I know we're rebranding right now, but you will get this because I'm serious. We have like 80 of each of these in stock, and they're super cute. So, like this one, if you're doing boot camp, you're actually going to get this one. I think, yeah, you're going to get this one with your kit, which is, sorry, Ziggy keeps telling me to do things. So, here, I'll even open this for you. It will come with the old stuff on it, but we do have this rebranding sticker for you. But here, let me open this. I love this paper. This one. They're all my favorite. I can't even tell you. So I love this. So, and it's just different. And this is sparkly. You can't tell, but this is sparkly. Because dots. I love my glitter. I love my polka dots and I love my glitter. I'm just telling you guys. So, and I love this. And this is more like glitter paper. Little spiders. These are glittery spiders. This is vintage Halloween. Yes. And I love this. I love this paper. See, when I told you guys that I was going back and forth between the paper that I did. Meadow, can you hand that to, where's the test tubes? When I was going back and forth between paper with the test tubes, it was either paper from this one or paper from this one. And this is actually the paper that I was thinking about going with. But for those of you that were in here, you can see that the orange paper from here goes purple all the way up to orange. So it's a lot of fun. Ooh, I almost dropped that. That would have been bad because those are glass. So, and then some just basic brown and gray to go with the spiders. So, in each one, you've got the 12 different designs and it comes with 4 different ones. That was vintage. So I'll show you how the purple goes up to the orange. I love it. So we have some that looks kind of like, I don't know. It reminds me of like my mom way back when. She did a wall in our house one time and she just took a sponge and like sponged it all over the wall. So that's what that made me think of when I put that in there. And of course I told you polka dots and glitter. So this is what we've got. Lots of polka dots and glitter. And this is Halloween textures. So here's the piece that I used for those test tubes, how it goes the purple to the orange. Because I just love how that does that. I was very excited when I learned how to make glitter in Photoshop. So some more just, and then back to those ones. So this one, it's called O Negative because I made this one when I made Vampy Jack and Vampy Mary. So that's why this one's kind of, it's got little bats in here in the middle of the things and they're all glittery. And then we've got some red glitter and these are a little glittery too. And then we've got bubbles up here and little spider webs and some glittery bats and more little, like this made me think of like back when they had the carriages and they would have those fancy, like the cushions with the velvet and stuff. That's what this made me think of. And then more glitter. And then this is glittery too. I don't think you guys can tell, but this is glittery, the black bits. And then we are back to this part. And then this one's really kind of cutesy. But I haven't made any stamps to go with it. So here's some little witchy cats. Just some purple glitter. This is a little scarecrow, little pumpkin scarecrow that I love. And I kind of love that they're all just kind of meditating. I don't know why that makes me giggle, but I just think it's cute. And then some more glitter and a little witch. And then this little cute little zombie and this cute little mummy with the bubbles. And here's more of those bubbles. So if you don't want the zombies and stuff with the bubbles, you can have just the bubbles. And then the bat and the little Dracula. More bubbles, because I love the bubbles. They're polka dots essentially, right? So that's our Halloween paper. You want to give me the fall paper, Meadow? The pumpkin paper? And we'll show them that really fast before we take off. Meadow's grabbing it. Okay. So this is the Pumpkin Breeze paper. I love this paper. So it's just really kind of fall. If your Halloween isn't your thing, here's some fall paper with pumpkins. And see, she would look really cute. Look, she would look so cute if I cut her out. And then golds and then some stripes with clouds. And then I don't know what it is about. I love leaves, especially when they're kind of like just tan. Although that does kind of remind me of like a placemat. So, and then polka dots and some glitter and just like there's leaves. I don't think you can tell on the camera, but there's like leaves and stuff in here. The witchy cat is super cute, Jay. You're right. I love the witchy cat. One of my favorites because they're just adorable. So this is probably my favorite sheet in here. It's just kind of like, just kind of whimsical little leaves and stuff. And then some more pumpkins. I think that was the pumpkin from the first page. Was it? Yep, it was. So, and there's a little bird on there and stuff too. We've actually had someone who like cuts, like fussy cuts this out and just makes that into a card. So really kind of fun paper. I love it. I can't wait to get the new ones with the new logo on it. So here's the paper. Oh, you're still making your video, aren't you, Meadow? Sorry about that. So here are these two. I will go ahead and get you the markers. Don't forget, if you buy something this weekend, you will be put into a drawing Monday morning. We're going to do the Wheel of Names. So you will be able to win the camp only for boot camp. So if you want to head over, if you go to North Carolina Crafting, what is it, Meadow? My brain just went blank. So if you go to northcarolinacraftingretreat.com, all the information for the boot camp will be over there, and you can see all of that. So I hope to see you guys. Is it next weekend? I think it is. I think next weekend I'll be live too on Saturday at noon. So I hope to see you guys here next weekend. I think I'm going to go ahead and color. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to color yet. I usually figure it out like 2 days before, just so y'all know. It just depends on what I feel like coloring. So I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys next weekend. Bye. Say bye, Meadow.
Bye.
See you guys later. Thank you.